we're a little bit skew with. Hi, welcome back to day 3 in my easy batch making card series. I'm doing 7 videos, 1 a day, looking at different 4x4 cards which would make great, easy, simple cards to batch make. Features of an easy, simple batch make card are something that's easy and simple to put together, doesn't have many components, doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. So they're all 4x4s. Yesterday we did these 2. As you can see, we have a prototype and then we make one together that's a slight variation on that prototype. So they were yesterday's, that was day 2. And day 1 we made this one. Very simple, easy to put together cards. And today we're doing something a little bit different with non-traditional colours and making this one. And this one actually was my prototype, and it's a little bit too fussy for me to put together for my challenge really, because there's fussy cut in this and there's the layer behind it, and I don't really want to be doing that. One of the reasons I'm doing this is because I'm doing a speed card making event at the beginning of December for the Stampin Up Christmas Cheer event, which aims to make 20,000 cards over 3 days in the UK for the Ronald McDonald House charity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do these every day, so the 7 cards. So we're going to end up with 14 cards in total, but 7 sort of themes of card. And then what I'm going to do at the end is I'm going to ask people on all my social media and my website and everything else to vote for their favourite, and then anyone who does vote will go into a hat and I'll give away all the cards that I've made. So there'll be 14 cards in total in a nice little gift box that I'll also show you how to make for everybody who contributes an answer. And then whichever is the most popular is the one I'm going to use for my speed challenge event. So yeah, so I'm going to do a bit of a variation on this. I'm going to make it easier. Some of the people taking part in the event don't craft, and some do other crafts and some do paper craft. So I've got to make them as easy as possible. So this one is the one I'm going to make today is a bit of a variation on this theme. So it's going to be a white base, which is an 8x4 scored down the middle, folded and burnished. And then what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to add the lemon lime twist layer there. You can see this one had the Whisper White layered straight onto the lemon lime cardstock. And what I've done is I've stamped it with this little sort of fairy light stamp from the Wonderful Life stamp set. I'm still going to use that fairy light stamp, but in a different way. And then I used a circle punch. I used a 1 3/4 inch circle punch to do the sentiment, and I used the Merry and Bright, the Watts of Occasions Merry and Bright for that, and the little Christmas tree bulb for that. But I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm still going to use those, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently. So that'll be the layer. Then we're going to have this mat. So this is 3 3/4. Then 3.5 layer white mat, and then these are just bits of scrap that I'm going to use to make. I'm still going to make this sentiment exactly the same, but I'm just going to change how I do this piece here. This is just going to be stamped directly onto the white, and instead of having all of this fuss going on, I'm just going to have some lemon lime twist across the top. Okay, so I'm not going to use this. Use Daffodil Delight, but I'm not going to use the Daffodil Delight. I'm just going to use the lemon lime twist. Right, so there's the lemon lime twist. There we go. So first things first, I'm going to stamp this sentiment, which is Merry and Bright. I'm just going to stamp that onto some Whisper White, and then I'm just going to cut that out using the 1 3/4 inch punch. Try and get it as central as possible. And then I'm just going to grab a same size. You can, I mean, you can go up a size if you want, whatever, it's up to you. I'm just going to stick that together with dimensionals. So people who receive the kit would receive this. I'm going to offset it like that so you can see the background. Would receive this sentiment either already stuck together like that with just a dimensional on the back that they can peel off, or they'd receive it in 2 pieces. I'm not sure yet. Depends on how difficult I fancy making it. Now I'm just going to take this photopolymer stamp, which is the little fairy lights, and I'm going to position, sorry, I'm not going to take that. I'm going to take the light bulb. I'm just going to ink it up an M&M twist. I've managed to get some ink on there. And I'm just going to position my light bulb where I want it. So I think I'm going to have it, sorry if my head's in the way, I think I'm going to have it right down there in the corner. It's not quite straight, but it doesn't matter. And then my sentiment can go there. So I'm still going to use this little fairy light stamp, but I'm just going to put it across the corner. And across this corner. Oops. Just for a little bit of effect. Okay. I don't know how to put it across. Nah, that'll do. Right. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to glue it all together. So you can see I'm just making it up as I go along. It would be nice to sort of edge off, to corner off, round off the corners of these cards, these layers, but Stampin' Up don't do a corner rounder. And as it's a Stampin' Up event, I think I ought to just use Stampin' Up products. So, shame and all that. But, I won't be rounding any corners off. I could use the back of the envelope punch board, but can you imagine what a faff that'd be? It'd be a nightmare. I'm going to have to do, I'm hoping we make at least 100 cards between us. The challenge runs for 15 minutes, so I'm hoping that in that 15 minutes, just peel off the back of the dimensional, people can manage to put together at least 10 cards each. And there we have it. Very, very simple, straightforward, but cute little card. I think you'll agree. Did I say that I used the What's the Occasion? Yes, What's the Occasion set and the Wonderful Life set. But if you didn't see what I used, or you're not sure what I used, or you're not sure of size or anything, go to my blog because it's all on there. So there we go. That's project number 3. Here's number 2. No, here's number 1. And here's number 2. So that's already 6 of the cards that will be going into the giveaway, and 6 lovely ideas. I really like this one actually. I didn't have a clue what I was going to do until I started, but I just knew I had to adapt this design because it just wasn't working in terms of being quick and easy. So thanks for joining. Again, follow on my social media, or you don't have to follow me, just go and stalk me, have a look on there. I'm not about numbers, and I don't sell anything in terms of Stampin' Up products. I do Stampin' Up for the fun of it and for the love of the product, and because I use it in my other business. So yeah, so anyway, go off and find me wherever you can and have a look at the measurements, get involved. It'll be great to have as many people as possible help choose the final card that I'm going to use for the Christmas cheer event. So thanks for joining me again, and see you soon tomorrow when we're going to be doing a black and white card. Thank you. Bye bye.